Howdy y'all, Mr. CAUSEY coming to you from beautiful Atascocita, Texas with another chemistry lesson, and today we're going to talk about the solubility rule. In this lesson, you're going to learn about precipitates, solubility rules, you're going to need your periodic table, and you're going to need your polyatomic ion sheet, and on the back of that, you should also have the solubility rules in a condensed form. And you must know the periodic table, you need to know your oxidation numbers, and you need to know about polyatomic ions. You also need to know how to balance equations and how to name chemicals and write formulas. If you don't know these ideas yet, be sure to go to my channel and learn these things first. Why bother with solubility rules? Well, solubility can help you predict the formation of a precipitate, which can help you with writing net ionic equations. And not only the net ionic equations, it can help predict a lot of different reactions. One of the first things you need to know is what is an aqueous solution. And I have a whole lesson on aqueous solutions if you're not sure what they are. But aqueous solutions are created by dissolving a substance in water. Water is our universal solvent, and more things dissolve in water than anything else, and a lot of things occur in aqueous solution. So we need to know what an aqueous solution is and how things ionize and how things dissociate. We also need to know what a precipitate is. A precipitate is something that's formed when you mix two chemicals and an insoluble compound is produced in the reaction. This is a precipitate. That precipitate is an insoluble solid. All right, the solubility rules are very important. Again, like I said, they help us in predicting reactions, and it helps us to decide whether we're going to get a solid or not in the reaction. They are a must for predicting the precipitates that might form in a given reaction. And this table to the right here should be on the back of your polyatomic ion sheet. So, learn the rules. Very important. Solubility rule number 1. All alkali metal, that's group 1A compounds, are soluble. And that's in this column right here. Rule number 2. All ammonia salts are soluble, such as ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. Rule number 3. All nitrate, chlorate, perchlorate, and acetate salts are soluble. Get to know those 4 polyatomic ions because their salts are soluble. Solubility rule number 4. All chloride, bromide, and iodide salts are soluble, except for silver, mercury 1, and lead 2 salts. Solubility rule number 5. All sulfate compounds are soluble, except barium, strontium, calcium, lead, mercury. All hydroxide compounds are insoluble, except barium, calcium, strontium, and alkali metal hydroxides. Solubility rule number 7. All sulfide compounds are insoluble, except alkali metal sulfides and alkali earth metal sulfides. Solubility rule number 8. All sulfites, carbonates, chromates, and phosphates are insoluble except for ammonia and alkali metals. And what you kind of need to realize here, rules number 1 and 2 override all the other rules. Soluble or insoluble? Ammonium nitrate. Well, let's bring up our little chart and notice that all ammonia salts are soluble. Soluble compound. Calcium carbonate. Well, if we look down at rule number 8, all sulfites, carbonates, chromates, and phosphate are insoluble except for ammonium and alkali metals. So this is insoluble. Lithium hydroxide, that would be rule number 6. All hydroxides are insoluble except barium, calcium, strontium, and alkali metals. So lithium hydroxide is soluble. And you can just check that out on your periodic table. Lithium is an alkali metal. How about barium hydroxide? Well, barium is one of the exceptions in rule number 6, and so it is soluble. All right, let's recap. You learned about aqueous solutions, and you learned about precipitates. You went through the solubility rules, and you should be ready to do net ionic equations now, and how to predict reactions. All right, if you have any questions, send an email to mrcausey at mrcausey.com. And check out mrcausey.com for PowerPoint videos and much, much more. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Happy ions, y'all.